Everyone, hello. This is your guildmaster, Vergerger. These are the remaining people. I just got done, um, kicking a bunch of people and stuff. So this is my guide to all of my members on how to succeed at Tap Titans 2, at least in my perspective. So these are all opinion based. A lot of it is factual. Majority of it is experience and speaking from wisdom. I've been playing a little bit about myself before I begin. I've been playing Tap Titans since Tap Titans 1. I have been teapotted many times on Tap Titans 1 and have, experienced the max stage on Tap Titans 1, and then it would update and etc. And then Tap Titans 2, I was playing for a while when the max stage was around 75,000. And then I kind of dropped it off around when the max stage was 85,000. And then yeah, I came back and started, and here I am around 103,000. So, all right. With that being said, let's go ahead and start off with the settings. You're gonna want to, use your settings. By the way, you could see where I'm touching on the screen. There's a little ball thing here, so try to look out for that. I'll be touching the screen in different areas. For example, right here. We go here, go into game. So we're gonna select game. Right now I have sound off and music off just for the sake of, the audio being recorded. But anyways, we got the fairy ads. You're going to want that on always because fairy ads are always the biggest bonuses you can receive from fairies. So, especially if you're VIP. So you'll be able to just click it immediately if you achieve that status. I'll explain VIP later. Raid retry, I just turned it off. Prestige upgrade heroes. This is a later on VIP type of esque thing. The more currency you spend, the more VIP and status you go. It's that type of system. So yeah, you end up unlocking that. I just keep it on because saves me a bit of time. Not too much, but a pretty good chunk of time, honestly, in comparison to the cumulative time that I've played this game. Milestone HUD, I like to keep it on just because it's fun and exciting. I'm still going up and I'm not at the max stage yet, so yeah. All right, graphics, high quality animations, and high quality frame rate. At least high quality frame rate. Have this one on at least. You don't have to have high quality animations on. If you want to save battery, turn it off. But honestly, I'm fine. I usually play in a charger, so I'm gonna keep that on. High quality frame rate, it just makes the game run a lot more smoother, whether you have a slow phone or not. Stage boss enter text, I leave this off because you want to make sure that you have more battery, so that way you can play the game longer. So I turn that off because the less things you have this game doing and showing you, the less battery it will consume. Multi-spawn text, I turn that off. If you're more of an aesthetic person, you can have all the ones I have right here to here. You can have all these on if you want aesthetics, like, you want good visuals. If not, and you want to play the game longer, max prestige faster, longer, etc., have it off. Raid health bars on, super important. Raid part flash, not important, turn off. Hero projectiles, you're going to want that one off. Whoops, there we go. Have this one off as well. At all times, honestly, because if you have it on, it'll make this sound like constantly. So have that one off. And it saves more battery, obviously. One coin mode saves more battery. That's why I have it. If you want more aesthetic, make it look like you're getting more coins. You want to live in a world of illusion. Turn it off. But anyways, stage transition, have this one off. Have it off all the time. Have it off because it just saves you so much more time, so much more battery. Like, it's stupendous the amount of time that I've saved with this being off. With it on, it's just like, whoa, look at me going through the stages super fast and stuff. But in all reality, you know what I mean? So anyways, on to numbers. We have this thing here, scientific notation. You can have that on, you can have it off. I prefer it on because it makes it much more simple. how if you how would it be more simple, in the perspective of someone that doesn't understand scientific notation? I'll go do just a little bit of a lesson here. Okay, so we're looking at these numbers, right? You see how there's like a number, and then there's E, right? And then there's like the 7796, right? Well, it goes, this number here ranges from 0.01. Okay, my handwriting's so bad. 0.01 to 9.99. So once this number, 9.99, reaches 10, right? So it would be 10.00, right? Technically, this number here, so it would go from 7796, and it would go up to 7797. See what I mean? So now you count up one. So technically, right here, up here, I am doing fairly well. Fairly well. Okay. That's how you read scientific notation. And it ends up, like you see over here, like right here. This one costs 2.80 to the notation of 7,798. I have right here up in my gold. You can see my gold right here where I'm circling. See, follow me right here. There we go. So that is showing where your gold is, obviously. You end up learning that at some point in time. And yeah, scientific notation, definitely, in my opinion, the way to go. Level rounding, turn this off. Turn it off. If you turn it on, you are starving yourself of potential max stages and, potential growth. You are starving yourself. Turn it off. Off, off, off. Keep this button off all times. Gold coin amount. This one's aesthetic purposes, aesthetic purposes, aesthetic purposes, aesthetic purposes. Now, actually, wait, hold on. Swordmaster damage text is not an aesthetic, like a visual purpose thing. It's this one, you would have this one on if you're running a pet damage build, right? Which would be something that would apply to most of my guild members at this point in time. So, I mean, because, with low SP, you would want to go with either a clan ship build, like a clan hero ship build, clan ship / hero damage build, or a tap / pet damage build, or primarily pet damage. Because both are relatively strong at early stages. However, clan ship can push you way further, so much further, in my personal opinion. So I'm going to have that off because I am running a Shadow Clone build. But depending on the build you're running, you're going to want to you're going to want to have it on. So if I'm running a clan ship build, see, just like that. So I'd have the clan ship damage on, Shadow Clone off. However, I'm running Shadow Clone, so this is the only one that matters to me. If it doesn't matter to you, have it off. Raid damage, all these ones, raid, tap damage, card damage, and affliction stacks, all on, because all of that's very important to gauge how much damage you're dealing with your raid cards and whatnot. Notifications, you can have whatever notifications you want. This is how I run mine. Notifications basically give this permission to give your phone a notification, like a message, like, hey, this thing is happening, you reached your max stage, or hey, tournament started, or you haven't done your raid attacks or something, right? That's what this is for. So, with that being said, services is just a customer service thing. All right. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and explain are, let's go with the raid cards. We'll go with raid cards. So, what I primarily focus my raid cards on are 4, and it's only 4 hard-hitting ones. The reason why I only use 4, and I'll have a backup, 1, 2, 3, 4, just in case I miss a clan attack or two, right? Like a raid attack, right? The reason why is because I'm putting so much of the damage cards here and it all lines up as well. So I'm thinking of the journey I'm taking fighting these titans. So my journey starts off with, mind you, you're going to see a pattern, right? I'm using, if you look here, there's a support, a support, a support, right? I'm using a support card. It's a type of card you can use. I'm using one support and two of another type, which these are burst. You can tell by either clicking info, and you'll see right here, I'll say burst with the icon. That looks very similar to this icon here. So this is basically what you want to use. Well, no, it's not what you want to use, but it's just, yeah, it's the burst thing. So anyways, yeah. So I like to build my raid cards around one support card. Sometimes two, but usually it's one. So this one, we have burst chance being increased and increased damage dealt to Titan Lord's head and torso. So what's going to happen is my focus is not only attacking the head and chest of the Titans, however, I want two burst things going off, dealing damage to the Titans' parts. So whether I increase the damage or not, right, the chance of me dealing damage with these, because there's a chance, see? Right here it says chance. There's a 10% chance per tap that I can launch one rocket off, and there's a 12% chance a moonbeam will go off. However, if I increase those chances with this, right, by 1.1, which isn't too much, however, it is a lot. It's a huge amount, honestly. Now I can deal a ton of damage here. Now, I'm going to grab this, increase burst damage, burst chance. I come over to two more bursts. I just, this one during this season is technically 20 levels above than what it should be, so I'm using that one with this. Again, two bursts. See, especially because this does nothing but increase burst damage. So I have one support and two burst. This one is a little different, right? And this is going to show you the third card type. In case you were wondering, oh, well, what's all these card types? Well, we got one support, which increases affliction damage and affliction chance. That's a lot of damage increase, and that's a lot of chance increase, in my personal opinion. And I have two cards. These are affliction cards. These are cards that deal damage over time. The difference between affliction and burst is burst deals damage right then and there, right? It's just like a 10,000, right? That's how burst damage works. This one may not say 10,000. However, it will say 3,000 on like 8 different body parts. So this one is mainly to deal even more so loads of more damage. So you see here there's a pattern going on, right? With this first set, dealing damage. Second one, dealing damage. Third one, dealing more damage. This one looks a little different. This one, technically speaking, I should actually, hold on. See even me looking at it. There we go. All right, this is chef's kiss. The reason why this is chef's kiss, let me tell you. Check this out. Deals increased affliction damage based on the amount of missing health on the affected part, up to 70% missing health, right? So by this point in time, I've already dealt 1, 2, 3 times just a ton of damage. Mind you, you are given 4 attacks per every some odd hours, right? So that's why you want to try to keep up with your attacks, because you're dealing the utmost damage and you're following through with a quote-unquote combo. So this one right here, at the end of the combo, quote-unquote, I'm dealing 70%, up to 70% additional damage based on the missing health. Info, this one, increased damage dealt to parts affected by Maelstrom. And this one, okay, deals increased afflicted damage based on the number of Grim Shadow stacks on the affected part. It's really nice, because this one's going to go into with this one as well. And this one's increasing itself. So this one's increasing these two. This one's already been increased by all of these. And this one, or yeah, this, whatever. So you kind of get the gist. You want to go to the shop and you want to buy ones that are going to benefit your four card build. So your 4 decks. I mean, so this one, this one, this one, and this one. For example, you just watch me buy that card. Card is upgraded, raid level up, basically increases my damage. It's really nice. Raid level also plays into a role down here somewhere. I'm not really too sure which one it is, but it's one of the talents. But yeah, so that's going to be my little tutorial on the raid cards. You can also practice. There's a practice button here to see and gauge out the damage and the combos that you end up deciding to go with for maximum damage output. Now, onward to solo raids. You want to try to do these as frequently as possible because look at all these rewards. 10 crafting shards right there. You do this in 10 days, right? In 10 days or whatever, technically just 10 times. That's one piece of mythic equipment, which I'll explain later, but that's very important. Super important. Don't worry about the leaderboard. Doesn't matter. That's just a way to keep you playing the game. These Firestone events, these ones are really important. Make sure you log on and do all your dailies, which are the next thing I'm going to talk about. Right here at the achievements, when you click on the little red sword here, you could tell which one you have selected because the icon will change just like that. You're going to click on achievements, and right here, you're going to want to do these because these are going to give you Firestones. Your milestones, I don't think they really do, and I don't think your progression really does. It might, I don't know, but I don't really pay attention to that. However, what I do pay attention to is the fact that when you're playing every day and whatnot, right, you're going to want to get more and more Firestones because Firestones actually get you stuff like this. So, like, you can tell I didn't really do too much this time at all, right? And I really, I could have really put my teeth and butter into this, right? But I didn't, which I'm ashamed of myself. I'm so ashamed. I just can't stand it. But anyways, so yeah, it's you want to get more Firestones, practically, right? The way you do that, and you get more and more and more, and you up your chances of getting further bonuses than just 100 times damage and stuff, and more mana capacity and all this stuff. That's permanent, by the way. You're going to want to win tournaments. You could see there's a huge difference between first and second place. It's like you're basically getting half of what you potentially could ultimately get, right? So you're probably thinking, all right, how am I going to win tournaments? What's the purpose of that? Well, here, let me explain something. Tournaments will show you 2 days in advance, at least 2 days in advance, when they're going to happen. When it says 2 days left, you can farm to push your max stage if you want, right? You have free liberty to do that. However, once it says there's a day left or something like that, during the day left or within 24 hours that it's going to happen, I would say actually above 24 hours, right? You don't want to wait 24 hours to do this, but you're going to want to farm your prestige, you're around your max prestige stage, which you can find here. You find that by pressing on the Swordmaster thing, and you're going to press on your name, and there you go. There's your max prestige right there. Oh, your stuff is here too. You can see I got 2 of these and 1 of those. But yeah, basically, I'm going to get around 103,400 and something. I could be just a little bit below it or around it, right? However, I would end up ultimately prestiging, which actually I'll go ahead and just show you right now. I'm going to prestige. There we go. Obviously, there's going to be it's like... So, all right, I'm going to prestige, right? Ooh. Man, okay. I'll still do it. I'm doing it for the clan. For the guild. I'm going to call it guild. Man, I'm going to call it guild. It just feels weird calling it a clan. Given that So anyways, what you do is you just end up clicking right here. Change it from, going from quantities to percentage. And from here you can tell because you're going to see 1%, 5%, and 25%. You're going to see all that stuff. You're just going to put it on max, and you're going to put it all into Book Shadows, increasing your percentage of lifetime relics. So basically, when you increase your percentage of lifetime relics, this is technically, like, the higher level this is, the higher your max stage ultimately is, right? However, the game doesn't see it like that. So the purpose of just using a full day to do nothing but upgrade your Book of Shadows is because the tournament, the way it works is it places you with other people with the same or roughly the same max, bleh. My God, I can't talk right now. Potential max stage as you, roughly around the same, right? So practically what would end up happening is you're just going to upgrade this, right? And all these other people, they're going to have their Book of Shadows much lower level than yours, or at least not as farmed into as yours or whatnot, right? Around the same level. And you're just going to, by the time you hit the same farming max prestige or average max stage you've been prestiging at, right? You're going to prestige, put all your points into it, or you're going to prestige, you're going to have much more relics. And that's going to basically, in turn, allow you to upgrade all your relics. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I upgrade my relics? Well, I'll go ahead and explain to you how to upgrade your relics. You want to prioritize discovering or finding a new enchantment, right? Or enchanting. Discover or enchant, right? Whatever stage you're at, right? If you've discovered all 103 or not, you want to do that. Prioritize that every time. And then you would go 5%, and you'd go single-handedly through all of your favorites, right? So you're going to go through all your favorites, 5%, and you'll notice I don't have favorites, right? Because they don't have the golden heart right next to them. See how it kind of stops, like right here? So basically, what would happen is I'm single-handedly attributing 5% of this value that's up here. Oh my gosh, it's so scary. Because the tournament's in like 30 minutes. But yeah, see up here? So that number up there, I'm attributing 5% into each one individually. If I was to press the upgrade all button, I'm spending 5% of this total amount instead of on a single one. It's spreading that 5% through all of them. So what I do is I go through first my favorites, and for the ones that don't necessarily benefit me all too much, I just go through with the spend all method, and it goes through. And then you can see that your points are going somewhere, because you'll see your all artifact damage just keep going up. So yeah, I am not going to enchant that simply because there's a tournament coming up. However, I am going to upgrade my Book of Shadows. So yeah, that's kind of how you want to do that. And let's say, for example, there's another method that you can do for upgrading your relics. I call it the 25-5. So basically, you just do 25%, and you just put 25% after you prestige into your Book of Shadows, right? You just press 25%, and then you would come over here, 5%, and then just everything else. You know what I mean? Like, you can just, boom, spread it evenly, and you will gradually increase in max stage, that method. So if you want to, like, straight up, like, go 100, 200 stages at a time, 300 even, sometimes 1,000, Book of Shadows for, like, a day, and then, or, like, a day before the tournament, at least. Give yourself some time, like 24 hours, I would say, before the tournament, to just put some, because day 2, like 2 days remaining, push your max stage. 1 day remaining, upgrade that Book of Shadows. Get that Book of Shadows meaty. Get that Book of Shadows swole, okay? Because that's what's going to push you way further than everyone else in the tournament. Because everyone else in the tournament's like, a tournament's coming up, I got to buff myself up. What you don't realize is you're buffing yourself up and placing yourself in a tournament with other people who are just staying stagnant at that height that you just reached, but they've been farming their Book of Shadows. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to see them go from stage 2,000 to stage like 5,000. You're going to be like, what just happened? What happened? There's no way. It's not fair. It's like, no, that person put in the time like a day before, just sat there instead of pushing when there was a day left. They just farmed their Book of Shadows and they had much more of an advantage to win. I'm not saying it's 100% you're going to win. However, I'm gradually going up in my undisputed wins. So far I have 19. Torrance joins 58. So yeah, just until recently started winning them. So yeah, it's really nice. So anyways, more dailies you want to do. You want to do your solo raids every day, or whenever they're available, because you have crafting shards, which are used over here. And let me explain something. You have these crafting shards, right? Don't ever, 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 ever spend your crafting shards on anything that isn't mythic. Okay? So this. Okay, this, yeah, you can't really, but, this, and this. Well, actually, no, you can't really do that. So this and this, never spend your crafting shards on that. Save your crafting shards for this. The reason why, right, is look at these bonuses I'm getting currently right now. I'm getting 6 times prestige relics. 6 times. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 32. So 32 times prestige relics. So that's 3,200% some odd, because there's a 0.80 in there. So, but yeah, so that's a lot of bonus relics, right? And look, equipment drop rarity, insane. War cry, companion attack rate, insane. Look at this. Attack rate of shadow clone, clan ship. That means my clan ship is stunning them more often. That's awesome. That's amazing. And most importantly, I get more relics, right? So there are some sets that you are going to want to focus on, right? The first set I would focus on, honestly, like straight up, would be Mechanized Sword. Hands down, Mechanized Sword. The reason why is because before I got Mechanized Sword, I right here, this is the reason right here. Yeah, it's like you're not utilizing this. But dude, the reducing your talent cost is insane. It's insane, really. It really is. So, but then, oh my god, if you guys are running, I don't know though, because personally for me, I jumped 20,000 stages. 20,000 stages when I got this. Mind you, I was already at stage like 50,000, right? So I'm not going to cap all too much, right? I was at stage like 50 some odd thousand, right, when I got this. But I jumped almost to damn near 80,000 just from this alone. It was crazy because I had more talent points to use, and because things don't cost as much anymore, right? Well, I mean, I don't have more talent points to use. Sorry, hold on. I now have, well, no, technically I do, because everything doesn't cost as much. Like instead of costing 5, it may cost 3 talent points. So now there's 2 talent points I can attribute to something else to boost and multiply myself further. So yeah, I would go first Mechanized Sword, or I would go first Ancient Warrior. So either Ancient Warrior, Mechanized Sword, and then the second one, vice versa, whichever one you didn't get. Third one, this one. Unless you want to start finishing your sets sooner, then I would go first Treasure Hunter. Straight up, honestly, because it's like, well, okay, this one's equally as good too, though, because it gives you more gold, and the equipment drop rarity is really nice, actually. You start to see mythics being dropped and everything, so yeah, all this other stuff, it's end game stuff. You know what I mean? Alchemist boost, end game. This one might actually benefit me a lot more than it would most people in the guild, simply because my raid card is hold on, let me go to my raid cards really quick. Whatever it is, 433, I guess. So, how much dust have I spent already? I forgot which one is it. Is that Arcane Bargain? Yeah, 189,670. I'm just making an assumption. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm just making an assumption there. So yeah, what else do I need to describe? Oh, that's right. I cannot forget. Um, skill tree. Hands down, skill tree. Everyone, this is the bread and butter of what is going to be making you either stuck at a wall, and it's going to tell you if you need more scalability or not. So before I say anything, I want you guys to just take a moment to look at each page and tell me if you notice something similar. And it's okay to like. Okay, so the thing that's similar is that I have everything around the same level, right? For example, this is 13, this is 13, right? We got my poison edge at level 13, backstab at level 13. Whoops. We come over here. This is level 15, obviously maxed out. I couldn't go any higher. If I would, I could. 17, 15. These are both roughly around the same, and this is also roughly around the same as these two, because these two are super important when it comes to leveling this up and keeping this up and keeping this up. So see how they're all somewhat around the similar level. Here, this one is a little different, however similar, because look, 13 to 10 is not too far away from each other. Come over here. This is half of this level because, companion damage is awesome for Shadow Clone builds. This one's really good for boosting your equipment. So, and yeah, this one right here, obviously I'm running a fairy build, and I want the 3 stacks multicast of this. So, but let me come over here, and for everyone, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. So there's someone that mentioned 74 SP. I'm going to go through and show you how I would build. So first, obviously, you want to expand the tree, right? So we're going to do exactly that. But we come back up here, put some points in. All right. You want a point in each one. So far, now with only 28 points, we have 16 times all hero damage. We have a 2% additive hero power boost and a 25%, which is just like a 2% basically, multiplicative boost to other stuff. So if it says like times this much damage, that's what that boost is. And the additive is more like plus mana or plus stage skip or something. We now have more Warcry damage, more duration, even more hero damage coming from here, right? So there's a little bit of synergy there. Clanship damage, which goes into this one right here, because these two both play a role, and this one, because this one boosts the clanship, which in turn, this makes all your heroes deal more damage, which this one boosts their damage, and this one also not only boosts their damage, but the guy deals a portion of the damage your heroes deal. So, with 74 SP, this is how I would build it. This is at level 7, so that's how I'm going to gauge it around level 7, right? 7. So, I'm going to start off putting everything that I think is worth it. 4. We're at 65 now, right? This one by far, if you have a choice, like you have 20 SP, right? And you're near like level cap or something, like max stage cap or whatever, and you see this, you see tactical insight, and you can spend it on either this or like thundership damage or something. Spend it on tactical insight, like seriously. So I'm gonna put a point there. We're at 68. This is nice to have more of a cooldown reduction. We're at 74. I can either actually, you know what? I would boost this one because we're also paying attention to the points it costs. Like this costs 4. This costs 3. This costs 3 still, and it's at level 5. However, this is 74 SP, right? So this is the build. If I was, I believe it's. Hold on. Are you sure you want to leave? Their own page changes. Yes, I want to leave. Okay, there's someone. Abyss. I remember now. It was Abyss. Abyss, where are you? Someone's saying, go back. I believe it was Abyss. Abyss was like 74 right there. Boom. There was your build. So yeah, you want to keep everything around the same level. If you're running a clanship build, I'll do 100 SP now, just to kind of show. and I think by the time you'd have 100 SP, you wouldn't be at stage 5,000 just yet. So let's see here. White 50. Okay. Yeah, no. Actually, at that point, you would be. Okay. Well, anyways, this is how I'd build it. I'm gonna do another one. You're at 100 SP. Okay, we're gonna go and then we're gonna go keeping everything around the same level. Just kind of just literally going around the world. It costs 4 now. This one costs 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So I'm gonna still spend 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Now it costs 4, 4, 4. Oh, 3, 3. Okay, cool. We can go more. Now it costs 4. There we go. 3. We're at 89 now. Everything costs. That costs 5, 4, 4. Level 89. Yeah. Okay. And then from here, I guess now you can upgrade that one. Boom. That's level 2. Has a little bit way bigger of a stun damage boost. Really nice. So there's 93 there. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's nothing that's 3. So at this point, you could have everything like this, and we could use 7 points. 1, 2, so 3, 5, 7, just like that. So that's 100 SP right there. So now you have 4 times companion damage, on top of 16 times all hero damage. All of this, which is amazing. Tactical Insight really does help you. It is a scaling ability for sure. It helps. Warcry duration, more damage, which means more stages you can push. Dude, Titan skip, that's awesome. Crushing down Titans, 11 times clanship damage, which this deals proportion to clanship damage and hero damage. So, and this increases hero damage by 10 times. Dude, this increases 5 heroes max damage output by 4 times. And there's this. That's insane. That's a crazy build for 100 SP. So, that's definitely something I would go with. And yeah, when it comes to your perks, don't use your perks until tournaments. So save them up for your tournaments. Adrenaline Rush, only use 1 at a time. If you want, and if you max stack Doom, then at that point you might as well max stack your Adrenaline Rush. By that I mean, in using these perks, there's 3 levels, and each level increases its so for example, 5, 10, 15 times overall damage, and it increases the delay between active Titan spawns. However, there's not too much of a difference from 1 to 3, so there's no point in doing it. Have your buy at max with your heroes. Have your buy at max at all times. And then when it comes to equipment, which is actually another thing I need to explain. With equipment, if you watch here where it says main damage source, Shadow Clone damage, you can change your main damage source by changing this, your slash. So for example, now it's dagger damage, you see? Now it's clanship damage. Now it's tap damage. Now it's heavenly strike, you see? So you want to have something for your damage that you're trying to do. So for everyone, you're going to want to do clanship. You're going to want to do clanship for your clanship build. Cannon, I mean, only if you're using Thundership, but honestly, I think, clanship by far. You should use clanship. When it comes to your slashes, you can see here, you can play around with it. So here in scientific notation, I'm at 3.398559. Now I'm at 8560. So you can just read the last 4 numbers, 8559, 8560. You see what I mean? And you do this one, 8468. Look at the difference between 8559 and 8468. The difference is 8468 is technically, you're counting 8,468, 8,469, 8,470, all the way up to 8,559. That is how much further I am away in damage. So it's like I might as well not even wear that. But I keep it around. You notice how I have one of each type? I keep one of each type around because you can do stuff like, I don't know, this. You come over here, you change the sword effect, right? Now I come over here, I'm using critical damage. Let's see if I change the tap damage. Let's see what happens to my Shadow Clone damage. it dropped by like 200 instantly. See? So then what if I do all hero? Again, it drops. What if I do all damage? See, that one's close. It's very close, but it's not enough. It's not enough. So, yeah. I'm going to keep with this one, and you come over here, and furthermore, your helmets as well. You see how I have Gunblade, I have Ranger, I have Warrior, I have Mage, I have all these different ones. I can go through, like, see, my strongest hero right now is Zato, the Blind Scythe Master. You can see right here, the icon shows he is a ground, because there would be a wing next to him. He would be flying. And this one right here is melee, right? Because each hero, if you see right here, there's melee. And then you have ranged. And then you have mages. So right here, you can see this is mage hero damage, right? So I should probably change to warrior. So I'm going to change to warrior and watch my shadow clone damage. See? So is it worth it? Is it not? Right? You see how it's changing? And the last number isn't changing, right? But the first one is. That's how you use scientific notation. That's how you can really tell, like, see, this one gives me less damage because it's 3.06. This one's 4.42. And this one, likewise, is 4.34. So, all right, you see what I mean? But I changed the Gunblade, 1228560. So at this point, I might as well stick with this one for a little bit. I actually might need to look through and see if there's any upgrades in those. Your chest is mainly directed towards your gold your gold income. So I'm using a fairy Chesterton build. So I obviously got to go with Chesterton because he says right here, boom, also increases fairy gold even while Chesterton's effect is not active. So definitely something I recommend going with. My auras, I usually go, like you just want to mix and match basically with your equipment. This equipment, don't pick up until the tournament starts. Again, you want to prepare for your tournaments. If you think of this game as you don't have to worry about the tournaments, you're not going to see yourself advancing in your max stage much at all. You want to prepare for tournaments and play around tournaments. See the game as like, okay, it's a day before a tournament. Today's just a Book of Shadows prestiging day. So that's what I'm going to do. It's just upgrade my Book of Shadows for more max relics. So yeah, I don't really know what else. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. Let me go over something else. All right, pets. You have all these pets, right? Your goal, well, also like, your pet does play a role in your damage. It'll end up playing a huge role actually at some point in your damage. But you want to kind of focus on your weak points, right? So if, let's say I have this 165 Demos up here at the top. I'm not going to want to use him. I'm actually going to want to go down and use one of my lower level ones because I'm giving them more of a boost, you see? So I'm getting... It doesn't look like too much, but it's still something, right? So make sure that you're logging in when you have to collect your pet eggs, because if you're not collecting your pet eggs, you're not going to upgrade and level, and your goal, which I'm actually still barely reaching just to this day, is getting each of your pets to level 100, because once they hit level 100, what ends up happening is, see that passes at 80%, they get 100%, whether it's active or passive, of its bonuses. So like, instead of me getting... Well, I think it's kind of self-explanatory there. So pet quests. Pet quests are things you can do to send your pet off to go do some marvelous, adventurous things. Right here, you can see you have pet XP, right? Once your pet levels up, you gain additional multipliers to whatever that pet boosts up. For example, this one is Warrior Hero Damage, 100% passive, right? Whether I equip him or not, he's giving me his full benefits at all times. So you want to send your pets off to do that. I'm collecting them right now. See my Basky? Basky might have actually leveled up. Let me see. Yep, Basky leveled up. And look at that, and it just keeps going up and going up. So it's really nice to do. The pet quests, they also give you bonuses. I shouldn't have actually activated any of them until I started the tournament. Again, this game is about prepping for the tournaments because that's where you get all of the stuff that's actually going to push you much further in your max stage. So again, just to recap, crafting shards, do not spend your crafting shards on anything else but mythics. For you guys, I'll go ahead and spend some of mine right now. Show you guys getting some of the fallen angel. The one piece I didn't need to get, Heavenly Strike. Oh well, that's okay. I'm one piece closer. Notice here how the price went up. So it goes 100, then it goes, practically it would be 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. That's how much it's going to cost. So now this next time, it's going to cost me 160. So that's why you really want to prep for tournaments, because tournaments also give you crafting shards, which in turn give you bonus prestige relics. So yeah, this is what a mythic looks like. You know, it has three bonuses instead of 2 like a normal legendary. So yeah, other than that, let me double check. Abyssal tournaments, those things, I'm sorry. Every time you join one, there's going to be someone that's going to mow right past you. They're going to hit stage 80,000 in like 20 minutes or something like that. So I'm sorry. Godspeed to whoever joins an Abyssal tournament, okay? And that's this thing right here. But however, you know, see right here, 35 skill points just for progressing through the stages. If you can, try to do these. It really does help, because whether you reach, I mean, like, I think anyone can, on an Abyssal tournament, anyone should be able to reach stage 10,000, honestly. Like, as long as you read the tournament rules, by doing that, you would click right here to view the rules, and it shows you everything you need to know right here. It's giving you everything: advanced start, Portar, special chance, all this stuff. Portar and all special titans will spawn much more frequently. It says you right up here too. So, you know, I think if you join that, that's really cool. And you get these little cool rewards. Honestly, I would say for the backgrounds, if I were anyone, because the backgrounds are, I think, a lot more rare than anything else. What am I missing? Okay, just to recap, your helmet, you want to make sure your helmet matches your strongest hero at times. You want to kind of go through, save this. Let's see, I'm going to check here. I already purchased Cosmos because, like, see, look right here, 91, 94. I don't recommend doing this. It's just, I have a surplus of diamonds. Also, okay, yes, that's right. On to my last and final piece of advice, okay? My last and final piece of advice. Titan chests and diamonds. Save all your diamonds. Save all your diamonds. Save all your diamonds. Don't spend any diamonds. Don't spend any diamonds at all, right? Don't spend any diamonds. By the way, that's a really cool trick too. They just, boom, there you go. But yeah, don't spend any diamonds until this box has the crafting shards bonus. I can guarantee you will not regret it. I can 100% guarantee you will not regret saving all your diamonds. And once they have this quote-unquote special offer to 2 times, right? Crafting shards, so you basically get 100. That's what you're going to have to spend your diamonds on. Don't spend your diamonds on pets. Don't spend your diamonds on pets. You will get them with time, okay? You will get your pets with time. Send your pets on your pet quests. And, yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys what it looks like to go through the stages. So here, let me go here really quick. I'll go ahead and turn on sound for y'all, and let's go ahead and show you guys how I do it. There we go. 107, 66 stages. It's really nice. Oh, that's right. Oh yeah. This is practically it. Like, it's just a lot of now it's just waiting for the tournament to start in 40 seconds. But yeah, no, I hope this was enjoyable. I hope this was informative most of all. Oh yeah, look at that, just maxing them out. See those multipliers? Okay. You see my contracts are spinning, right? If I were to click on these things, like all of them, it would activate, I'll show you here in a moment, about stage 102,000. Oh, I see we got something new. There we go. Alright. Okay, not bad. Oh, I'm already getting event stuff. Nice. Okay, get the pet chests. These are nice. Oh, that's right. I gotta explain the VIP system. Okay. Here, I'll go ahead and explain the VIP system. So you see these numbers around here, right? It says 2,500 to get VIP, or set best value, $100. Cumulatively, so basically over time, you build up this amount, and there's different bonuses. See, upgrade all favorite artifacts button, etc. Fairy ads removed. 2 bonus egg slots, all this stuff. You don't have to, let's say for example, you're trying to get VIP status, but you've already spent $75, and you're like, you know what, I'll just spend $100 to get it. You're wasting $75 to get VIP status. So, oh, I hear I'm not advancing. Here, let me, oops, wrong one. There we go. Here, I got that. Up it just a little bit. Okay. Oh, look at that. Everything started. Even this. 99 prestige daily limit. Prestige as often as possible to climb to the top of the season rankings. Your daily prestige limit is greatly increased. Wow. Okay. Well, it's time to do that as well. So, I wish y'all luck on this event. And, oh, that's right, yeah, I gotta show the contract. Let me go ahead and, day 1. Alright, here we go. Ready for this? Oh yeah, let's go. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so nice. There we go. And yeah, sometimes for max level, little tip. So with this one, Barbaric Fury, you get active tap damage, right? If you notice, whenever I like upgrade some of my heroes and whatnot, right? Look at my Shadow Clone damage. When I activate it, it boosts it. See? And I don't have to really tap anymore. So whenever you upgrade your heroes, just remember to you know, do a little tappy. And there you go. That's increased. But yeah, and with that being said, I don't have much else to teach y'all, so good luck.